Hey, what is happening? This video today is going to be on seeding if you are going to be seeding this spring. Welcome back to Lawn Crack. It's Ryan with a GoPro and a Volvo. And man, I'm really sorry. Somebody requested this video and I completely forgot who requested it. I didn't note that down, so I don't know. But I thought it was a great topic because of the time of the year. A lot of people are probably going to be seeding, so why not make the video real quick. I actually did make a little seeding video where I was just filming with my phone in my front yard and did a little bare spot by hand and went over some stuff. So I'll put a card to that video at the end of this video and a link in the description. But first off, I want to say first off, I don't know anything about grass that needs to be plugged in and stuff like that. So this is primarily for like fescue. Yeah, basically for fescue. I'm in the greater Cincinnati area, so that's kind of get you an idea of the climate. We get winters, hot summers, all that kind of stuff. We get everything. So first off, I'm a big fan of seeding in the fall. I think that is the way to do it because in the spring, you really want to get pre-emergent down, and you cannot do that if you are seeding. Another reason is the weed activity is much greater in the spring than in the fall. So you have your young grass plants trying to germinate and take hold, and now they're competing with all these weeds, and they're probably going to lose. So I try to encourage my customers to seed in the fall if at all possible, but in some cases you have to do it. So it is what it is. If you got to do it, these are the things to keep in mind when you are sowing seed. And I'm guessing this applies pretty much everywhere, but I don't know. So the first thing is timing. Obviously, you want to seed preferably in the fall. And when I say fall, I really mean late summer. As soon as the heat breaks in your area, that's when you want to get the seed down. You don't necessarily want to wait for fall to actually get here, because you want that root system to establish itself as much as possible before it goes dormant over the winter. And that's another reason why you want to seed in the fall as opposed to the winter, because next spring, if you seed it in the fall, that grass already has a start and it can really develop that root system before the summer comes. If you do it in the spring, then it just has a couple months to try to establish itself enough to withstand a drought or 100+ degree days, stuff like that. So timing is important. So as soon as you can possibly get it down in the spring without risking it freezing once it germinates, and then if you're gonna do it in the fall, then you want to do it as soon as the heat breaks. Okay, so another thing is seed to soil contact. You can't just go throw grass seed on top of bare dirt and expect anything to happen. You really need to break that soil surface some way. That's why aerating and overseeding is a great thing to do. That's why running a dethatcher or a slice seed machine before you put your seed down is a good thing to do, because it breaks the soil surface, and now your seed is down in there. You really want your seed at least surrounded by soil on three sides, and maybe even like a 1/4 inch of soil on top if that's possible. I like to mix mine in with a little topsoil and then spread it out so it's just kind of mixed in on top of some broken up soil. If you don't have these machines, you can use like a hard rake, you can use a shovel. We have like a little handheld T thing that has like little twisty things on the bottom. That's good for bare spots. And we used to have this 3 or 4 prong. It was like a rake, but it was kind of like a hoe, but it had 4 prongs or whatever. That thing was awesome. No freaking clue where it is anymore. I guess one of my guys left it at job site or broke it and threw it away before I knew what happened or whatever, but it's gone and I love that thing. So timing, seed to soil contact, use the right seed for your area, pay attention to shade, stuff like that. Some grasses aren't going to grow in full sun, some aren't going to grow if there's too much shade. So keep that in mind. And then maybe the biggest thing is going to be watering. So it really goes back onto the customer to water their lawn, and it's kind of your responsibility to instruct them on how to water their lawn. So type up a little you know, Word document or something, attach it, maybe just stick it in the body of an email, maybe attach it to their invoice, and give them instructions on how to properly water grass seed as it's germinating. And if you don't know, basically once grass is established, you want to water less often and deeper. So meaning you want to run the water longer. If you're actually manually watering your house, or if you have an irrigation system, you want to run the water for an extended period of time. And the reason is you want that water to, say this is the soil surface right here, you want the water to soak down as far as you can get it, so those roots go down to get the water and nutrients from down here. If you're only watering to here, then your roots only need to go down to there, and then summer comes and all your grass goes dormant over the summer because it has a really shallow root system. But when you're seeding, you want to water frequently, but not as deep, because the idea is you want to keep the grass seed moist, and that's like one of my favorite words in the whole English language is moist. I don't know why, but every time I say moist, I start laughing. But you really do. I try to tell my retired customers to like seriously water it for, you know, 10-15 minutes in the morning, water it for 10-15 minutes in the afternoon, and then water it again for 10 to 15 minutes in the evening. Your grass is going to come in great. A lot of people are working. If they can possibly water in the morning and the evening, that's good. At least water once a day. If that seed's getting wet and then drying out and then getting wet and then drying out, it's gonna go bad before it germinates. So that is everything I can think of off the top of my head real quick. Now, something you might want to know, might interest you, is I forget stuff when I'm making these videos, and I don't really realize it until I'm editing them before I slap them up on YouTube. So in every video I make, I expand on what I talked about in the video in the description. So if you did not know that, you might just want to quickly glance at it, because sometimes I do forget some pretty important stuff, and maybe I correct myself, stuff like that. You know, sometimes I'll try to slap it up on the screen with a little text box or something, but it's just quicker and easier for me to do the descriptions. And I am strapped for time right now, as I am onboarding my partner still and all that kind of stuff. So, and it's springtime, you know what I mean? So it's grind time. I hope everyone is doing well, and yeah, man, until the next video, keep making money.